Okay, boys and girls, doing something for the guys in the Discord.
Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome, one and all. First time here, big fella Scruff. And sitting next to me is a spendthrift Winky. Because we're going on holiday in a couple of weeks. And she's off on one buying everything. Well done.
Just need some new stuff.
Never mind your new stuff, I need a new coffee. You know, look, coffee cup's empty. This is no good. You know, we know Scruffy likes his coffee.
Yes, it's coffee time. Coffee, 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 coffee. Cappuccino. Java, yes.
Oh, that'll be no then.
I'll go and make it.
Ah, good girl. I like you.
I'll be shopping back in a minute.
Okay.
Splendid girl, and so helpful. Do you know she's been showing me how to stick the pole up?
Right. What am I doing? Well, I'm going to be very quick. I'm kind of spending a lot of my time in the squad at the moment, behind the scenes. And what I like to do for them is watch what they're looking at and actually jump in board. Now, this morning, if I come down in the rogue chats, David there, little salute to you, kid, was talking about New Zealand USD and various things. I put it into my strengthened buys, which is this. And what it's telling me is the low time frames are selling, but the dominant direction is buy. And at the time, which was at 8:15, it's now just gone 9 o'clock. And I'll sort of be updating this and putting it in. It was a C trade, which isn't that good. I needed it to push down. Now, the New Zealand is stronger than the US at the moment, but only marginally. And there is a change in strength here. So that'll explain the push down, but the actual dominance of the market was up. So let me just look at this. Now, what it also was telling me was it was a 5-pip target. Now, that 5-pip target is in and around this area. So if I get a measuring tool and I look for 5 pips, it's kind of there or thereabouts now. I still think it's a bit premature to go to market. And what we're going to do, or what I am proposing to do, is I'm going to put some staged orders in underneath. So what I'm going to do is show you how that kind of works. Now, it's at a kind of bouncing point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an order here and run that up. Okay. Bear with me. Put that down there. So it'll bounce off here and run back into this. Now that should be, well, it's 6.4. So it's greater than the minimum target. Now, what you might have seen in the strength sheet, if I pull this back up again, is there was quite a bit of indecision. It's all over the place. Wow, well done. Deeper trends neutral. Dominant time is buying and the low time frame is selling. This is what I'm more interested in, which is why I'm looking to buy the thing. But the low time frames are telling me it's pushing down. So that's why I'm putting the area here. So this is my area of attraction. If I come down -1, we'll start understanding why that is. Now, here would probably be in a bit early, and I understand that. So I'll be looking to buy more here and more here, and then get up and out. Very, very simple premise. It's not a fast market, so I'm not expecting wonders from it. I'm just expecting to get a certain amount of money, and I'll be happy. All right. So that's the makeup. I'm going to take this down into 5 minutes, just like so. And I'm going to put another order here, and I'm just going to watch to see what happens. Okay. But I want to be triggered in. So let me play it out, And if you're interested in how this is made up and one thing or another, do drop in the squad and I'll show you. You get to see it all from start to finish, how it was constructed, how the levels are made, how the direction's made, everything. And away you go. Catch you in a bit. Okay guys, I'm going to do something I don't do very often, and it's actually put two trades in going opposite directions, because I do think this might push down. Let me kind of explain it somewhat. If I pull this into play, the dominance is now turned to a question mark. And it is selling down, but it's told me to scalp it. Now it is risky and it is only going to be low. So what I'm going to do, I want to scalp it down into here and then buy it back into where it came from, which is here. So it'll go down, pick that up and then come back. And it's really just following the ebb and flow of the market. I don't do it very often. It's not something I kind of recommend either. But sometimes the markets do give a little bit of opportunity. And that's what this is. So that's what you're looking at the moment. So it's one down, one up. Rare occasion for the big scruff. Catch you in a bit. Okay guys, that's that. Job's done. Pretty much did what I wanted it to do. It wasn't fantastic, but I did it just basically to help and back up something that I say. Would I normally trade this? No, not at all. I like DAX, I like gold, I like euro, dollar, cable, pound JPY. That's about as much as I like to trade. I know them inside out, and I can pick things out, and when it's going wrong, I can kill it. And well, in fact, I'll kind of show you something, because I've actually finished my prop trading today, and there you go. So 529, but I don't get it right all the time. I've got the direction wrong to start with and then pulled it in. So sometimes you've got to kill it in order to get to the right place. And it's a similar thing. I trade a small account, as you know, we're building it up with Black Bull. Did the same thing with that. There it is there, 486. Again, you've got to sacrifice for the greater good. But as long as that figure's positive, I couldn't give a flying monkey's what's above it. I really couldn't. You know, if it's wrong, it's wrong. Just kill it, move on with your life, and ensure you start with 0 and end with 1. And that way you're constantly moving forward. Now, that was the process with this. I had a couple of options around this time. In order for me to get to this level, it had to break through this. It had to. If it didn't, then I had to let it relax. And the only place it was going to relax, it was going to come down to this level, and it got down to within a hair's breadth of it. And I thought, do you know what? I'll enter the market. Actually, I better take that order off. I'll enter the market because my overall view was back to this area here that I've marked out in red. You know, entry point, exit point. Green and red. Simple way of looking at things. Entry, out. Entry, out. Level to level. I already worked out. I only needed 5 pips because that's all this thing was willing to give, because it was a low TP trade. What that meant was, I've got nowhere to go with it. I've got to get out of it. And it all started by looking at this. I could see the structure. It was on a full drive up, and it's still moving. And I still think it could probably get up into these highs, possibly even onto this, and then break back through. The problem is, it's too slow for me. It's like a swing trade. It's going to take a long time to get there. So you just take what the market's willing to give. And that's it. Don't be greedy. But of course, telling you lot not to be greedy, look, you know, it's like telling Dracula to leave the necks alone. It's just not happening. Trading is about planning and little steps moving forward. It genuinely is. And give yourself a daily goal. In this case, it was 5 pips. I'll just flick that back a second, because there's nothing running. Just make certain I switch my tickets off, which is actually why I brought it back up. And then there you go. You know, I did a pulse down, picked the tenner up, and then a pulse back up, 25.50. Give me 35 quid, which was the initial 6 pips I was after to start with. Everybody's a winner. Why 6 pips when I said 5? Well, because it was to the nearest level. Simple as that. And that's all I do every day, guys. You know, come to the markets. I trade what I see, not what I think. So when I hear all this crap about, oh, there's a liquidity draw, there's a break of structure, all this, it's absolute horse crap. The whole lot of it. If the price is going up, it's going up. Is it a liquidity draw? You haven't got the faintest feckin' idea whether it's a liquidity draw. It's just bloody gobshite. That's all that is. It's just somebody in a pub who knows everything about football and actually never kicked a ball in their lives. Absolute bullshit. Right? You don't know. Unless you physically can see the orders, you do not know. But what you do know is there is a high point and there is a low point, and there's been a reaction at that point before. That you do know. So you trade what you see, not what you think. It's why you never hear me talk about that. You never hear me talk about fundamentals in such a way. And I'll tell you for why. Unless you were in the room when the decision was made, you know fuck all. Absolutely nothing. So it's just bullshit. So you control what you can control. You can read the news, you know it's coming. You don't know what's in it. So you can't second guess it. You don't know if there's orders there because you can't see them. Yes, you can do depth of market and one thing and another, but you still can't really see them. You're surmising. And assumption is the mother of all fuck-ups. What you can control is mark the chart properly, make a conservative choice as to your direction, and then just look for a good entry to get in. And the price will gravitate from one level to the next. And that swing point would have created the level. That's what you're working to. Remember the words. Assumption is the mother of all fuck-ups. Assume nothing. Trade what you see. Sermon according to Scruff. No, we don't do these very often now. Don't trade a lot in the moment. Kind of stepped away from the public eye a little bit. But I am in the squad every day and I make a breakdown every morning and I do a Zoom call with them every day. And that's what the group's all about. So if you like it, come along and see us. You'll be made very welcome. Do have a good sense of humour though, because we do take the piss. And on a night time, we take the piss a lot of the time. We are pissed. But we have a good time and the guys are moving forward. Can't be any better than that. But what I think I'll do, I'm actually going to have another break. I know I go on holiday a lot, but why not? That's why I trade. I trade for freedom, not for money. I've got money. Got enough for what I need. I'm not a millionaire, but I've got enough for what I need. And I enjoy it. So why not? You know, but when I have a break, what I'll do, I'll take the camera with me and I'll do a Q&A. So drop questions to me. You'll find my email address in the comments below or WhatsApp. I'll give you a shout out and I'll answer your question. How's that? That'll be done. Well, I fly on the 19th, so it'll be sometime that week. Or on the Saturday when I come back, I'll sit down and I'll do it. Send me your questions and I'll find them. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.